Benjamin Franklin's Masonic journey. Tonight, we'll delve into a lesser-known, yet significantly influential aspect of one of America's most iconic founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin's deep and lifelong connection to Freemasonry. When we think of Benjamin Franklin, we envision the printer, the scientist, the diplomat, the inventor of bifocals, and the lightning rod. But beneath these well-known facets lay the heart and mind of a devoted Freemason, an affiliation that shaped his philosophical outlook and profoundly influenced his public service. Franklin's Masonic journey began in Philadelphia in 1731, when he was just 25 years old. He joined St. John's Lodge, the very first Masonic lodge in America. This was a time when the colonies were burgeoning with new ideas, and Freemasonry offered a unique blend of moral instruction, self-improvement, and social networking for men of all walks of life. What drew Franklin to Freemasonry? At its core, the fraternity emphasized principles that resonated deeply with his own burgeoning Enlightenment ideals: reason, virtue, tolerance, and brotherly love. It provided a framework for intellectual discourse and a community dedicated to mutual upliftment. Franklin quickly ascended the Masonic ranks. By 1734, he was elected Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. This was an extraordinary achievement for a relatively young man, demonstrating his leadership qualities and the high esteem in which his brethren held him. One of Franklin's most significant contributions to American Freemasonry came in 1734, when he printed and published the first American edition of James Anderson's The Constitutions of the Freemasons. This wasn't just a reprint, it was a foundational document that helped establish and standardize Masonic practices throughout the colonies. Before this, such texts were primarily imported from England. This was a truly independent American Masonic publication. One of his other printed publications was the Pennsylvania Gazette, which openly reported on lodge events. But Franklin's influence extended far beyond Pennsylvania. As a diplomat in England and later in France, his Masonic connections proved invaluable. His brethren included prominent figures in European society, science, and politics, opening doors and fostering goodwill that aided his diplomatic missions. It's often forgotten that Franklin's scientific pursuits were not separate from his Masonic philosophy. The pursuit of knowledge, the understanding of the universe, and the application of reason to natural phenomena were all celebrated within Masonic lodges. Many early scientists were also Freemasons, seeing no conflict between their faith, their science, and their fraternal obligations. While in France during the American Revolution, Franklin joined the prestigious Lodge of the Nine Sisters in Paris. This lodge was a hotbed of Enlightenment thought, counting among its members Voltaire, John Paul Jones, and other luminaries. It was here that Franklin truly shone as a statesman and a brother, leveraging these connections for the American cause. Benjamin Franklin, along with fellow American commissioners Silas Deane and Arthur Lee, met and negotiated with several key French officials and figures to secure France's crucial assistance for the American Revolution. While in France, Franklin received a special Masonic apron, hand-stitched for him by the celebrated artist and philosopher Madame Helvétius, a close friend and admirer. It was a gesture of deep respect and affection, symbolizing his esteemed place in the intellectual and Masonic circles of Paris. This wasn't just a ceremonial garment, it was a personal gift from a prominent intellectual figure. Franklin's Masonic principles of tolerance and universal brotherhood also played a role in his advocacy for religious freedom and his inclusive vision for the new American Republic. Freemasonry, with its acceptance of men of various faiths, instilled a spirit of broad-mindedness that he carried into his public life. Another little-known fact: while the Join or Die cartoon is widely recognized as a call for colonial unity, some historians suggest that the symbolism of a divided serpent, needing to be reassembled, may have also resonated with Masonic teachings on harmony and the rebuilding of a perfect society from disparate parts. Franklin, as a prominent Mason, would have been intimately familiar with such allegorical interpretations. Franklin's final years saw him continue his Masonic involvement, serving as Grand Master once again in Pennsylvania. He remained a beacon of wisdom and philanthropy, embodying the Masonic ideal of contributing to the betterment of humanity. Benjamin Franklin's Masonic journey was not a mere footnote in his extraordinary life. It was a foundational element that shaped his character, informed his philosophy, and empowered his tireless work for liberty and progress. It provided him with a global network, a moral compass, and a lifelong dedication to the principles of light, knowledge, and brotherhood. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Benjamin Franklin's enlightened brotherhood. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of this remarkable man and the enduring legacy of Freemasonry in America. Good night.